Hey guys, welcome back to Discover and Learn. I'm your communications coach and a soft skill trainer by profession, and I'm here to help you out with all your communications problems and to help you speak English fluently and confidently. I hope you're doing good and you're taking good care of yourself. Today I'm back with another interesting session in which I'm going to talk about 5 interesting podcasts which you can listen to improve your English speaking practice or English fluency practice or to help you with English speaking. Okay, so I'm going to talk about 5 interesting podcasts in this video, and I'm also going to tell you how it can help you in improving your fluency, your confidence, and your spoken English. Okay, before that, if you're new to this channel, I'm just going to give you a brief about what I do here. So this platform is basically for people who want to learn to speak English, and we make sure that the fluency journey or the English speaking journey should be easy, quick and effortless. That is why we focus on more of practice sessions. If you check my playlist, there's a lot of videos which are on conversation, speak with me, English speaking practice, pronunciation practice, vocabulary practice, and lots more. Right. So, if you're somebody who wants to learn to speak English fluently and confidently within no time or with less efforts in an interesting way, this is the right platform, guys. Quickly subscribe my channel, like and share my videos. Do write your comments in the comment section, and don't forget to press the notification icon so that you get all my videos free of cost and on time. I usually take up normal basic day-to-day conversational topics or conversations and I speak on it, so that if you get in practice of speaking on these day-to-day, everyday spoken English, it will be much easier for you to go out and speak with anybody, anywhere, anytime. That is the focus of our channel, and that is what we strive to do on this channel. So now let's get started. So I'm going to talk about 5 English podcasts which is really going to help you in your English fluency practice or English speaking practice. Right? So these are channels which are dedicated to English speaking practice only. Right? I am not talking about any other podcast. There are lots of podcasts available in the market which you can listen to. But today I will primarily talk about English speaking podcasts where you can learn to speak English, where you can start your speaking practice, or where you can have a conversation practice. You can learn to have a conversation practice. Okay, so I'm going to focus on that today. The first one, which is also my favorite, is Real Life English. Yes. So real life English has a lot of topics, a lot of things which is very, very general. Pick up simple topics, they pick up simple ideas or simple questions and they answer it. So their English is also very simple. They speak very simple English and they talk about a lot of different things. Right? So you can just start practicing with them. You can just listen to them, how they're talking, on what topic they're talking, and then you can also start practicing on the same topic. So gain knowledge from them and start speaking on your own. While listening also, you can grasp a lot of things. You can see what vocabulary they're using, what pronunciation, how they're pronouncing words, how they're starting, how they're ending, right? What is the content of their podcast or that particular episode, what is the topic, what they are talking about in that topic. So you can make a note of all these things, which is really going to help you when you will actually speak on that topic. So listen to all these podcasts, focus on the main areas, jot down some ideas and start speaking on your own. This is really going to help you guys, and this is very nice. I also listen to these podcasts at times. Many times I listen to it. So real life English is something which is my favorite as well. So this is first. Number 2 is, the second one is Learn English with TV series. So they have a lot of, what they do it in a very interesting way. They take up a clip which is from a movie or a series, anything, and they play it and they describe about it, the whole scenario, which is very good. I mean, I like that this is very interesting concept, And of course you will also get to learn a lot from that, like how we can describe any scenario, a scene, or anything about a movie. Probably tomorrow if you have to review a movie or give a feedback or tell the story of the movie or anything about it, right, or anything else. So you'll get in practice of describing things. So they take up a movie clip or any series or anything else, and they play it and then they describe about it, what is happening and what is it about. So they talk about the whole story or thing which is played. So that is also a very interesting concept, and I really like it. If you enjoy watching movies, if you enjoy watching plays and series, this is the best platform. You can just give 5 minutes to listen to all these things as well at times when you are free. You want to listen something in English which should be interesting, so you can just listen to this podcast, Learn English with TV Series. This is really helpful. So this is the second one. The third podcast which I'm going to talk about is Speak English Smartly. This is also very interesting. I really like the way they have a conversation. So this is basically a conversational podcast wherein two people have conversation on any topic, anything, like if they're meeting for the first time, or if they're talking about something, just random topics they pick up and they start speaking on it. So the concept is very nice, which I also try doing here, so that you just get a hang of things and you start speaking on your own. So if you're role playing, you're becoming person 1 and person 2, and you're having conversation on any topic, this is the right platform. You can just go and get some ideas on how to talk about anything. So they pick up random topics and two people have a conversation on it about things. Okay, so you can always listen to them and you can understand how they're talking, what they're speaking about, how they're putting up a question, how they're answering that question, how they are continuing their conversation, right? Keeping the conversation flow. And a lot of things are there to learn. So you have to focus on a lot of things, how to keep a conversation going. Basically, that should be your idea when you're watching this podcast. So Speak English Smartly is another platform or another podcast which you should definitely give it a try. The fourth podcast which I'm going to talk about is Podcast Speak English. This is also a podcast when two people talk about any topic. But what is good about it is they speak about the vocabulary, they speak about how to start the conversation, how to end the conversation. So they talk about each step. They break down the whole story or the whole conversation and they make it easier for you to understand. So this is also another interesting podcast which you can listen to understand a lot of things in English. They talk about vocabulary, pronunciation, and a lot of stuffs, right, on how you can talk or speak in English about. So they also pick up any topic and they describe the whole thing in detail. So that is the best part. They describe everything in detail and you'll get to know about everything and each step as well. So you can just listen to this podcast also to get an understanding about the whole topic or the idea of the podcast or the episode, what they are talking about or what they are going to talk about. Give this also a try. The last one is the Balance Theory podcast. The Balance Theory podcast. This is very interesting. I really like it because, the topics which they take up are very interesting. We all as students, as professionals, as housewives or businessmen or anybody, whoever you are, we all want to know about health, wellness, education, self-growth, career improvement. So this podcast is the right place to know a lot of things. They speak about different topics. They bring guests from different spheres of life, which will really help you in your career development, in your self-development, in your growth, in your personality development, wellness, health, etc., etc. So it's basically related to your overall development. So if you are interested in knowing things about it, getting knowledge on all these topics, which will directly or indirectly help you in your well-being, do give this a try. You can speak about things on your own. When you're listening to this, you'll get a lot of knowledge about different variety of topics and you'll get to know things from the experts. That is the best part. So once you get that knowledge, you can also speak on it. You can correct your lifestyle as well. So you can do a lot of things. And I think these podcasts are very interesting as well. You will get to know a lot of things. You will enjoy listening to them, and you can actually put in practice, and you can actually preach it to other people also. You can tell them also how they can improve their lifestyle, right? So this podcast is also very interesting, and I really like this. And the name of the podcast is the Balance Theory Podcast. Okay, go and check it out. See which one suits you, which you want to do, what you want to do. Take up one at a time or two at a time. Don't start, taking up everything at the same time. Don't start listening to all five of them every single day. Okay, if you want to practice conversations, check the conversation podcast. If you want to practice speaking on topics, there's other podcasts. If you want to practice English speaking on different topics, you can listen to other podcasts which is not only about English. Okay, so there are a variety of podcasts which I have also mentioned today. So you can just go to it and see what suits you or what you are interested in and what you would like to listen to. Give it a try, understand which one connects with you, and start practicing it. Start listening to it, focusing on the main areas, and start practicing to speak in that way. It is really going to help you in your speaking practice. Trust me on this, guys. At least you will start listening, understanding the language, understanding how it is spoken, the tone, the intonation, the pronunciation, the vocabulary related to the topics, right? And how to speak in English about those, right? And these are majorly 4 podcasts I've spoken about English only. They are specific to English subject only. And one is on different topics. So that is fine. So you can focus more on English language also through these podcasts. Okay, so start getting into the practice of listening to podcasts and you'll see the difference. So guys, that's it for today. I'll see you in my next session. Until then, keep learning, keep speaking, keep watching, keep practicing, and keep exploring. See you. Bye-bye.